So I want to start with Music for Love because this album is going really well here in Italy, and I'm really happy because the mission of this album is really important, and Speak Life is the main song of all the albums. So I want to know something about this project and first of all about the importance of music and how music can help in difficult times, and this album is an example of this.
Well, for me personally, me and my peers, we use music for humanitarian reasons, for me, humanitarian healing, teaching, uplifting spiritually, and both physically by even just being able to talk to somebody physically, in the streets, a little child in the ghetto, somebody, anywhere, it doesn't matter where you are, the music is so important to this kind of development of a people and of a nation,
Yeah.
So it is very important, So, and then give thanks for Speak Life. My brother sang such of a great positive song, which, and we are very happy that, it came together like this. I'm just getting most of the information about the album just recently.
Yeah, I know.
What I get is it's a very great move, and it's for a great cause.
Yeah.
And, yes. And obviously 50% of the proceeds, goes to the Ghetto Youth Foundation,
Yeah.
to continue developing, down in Trenchtown, which, a lot of work, and it's not just Trenchtown, but we start at home,
Yeah.
But there's a lot of work to be done, Yes.
I'm very glad about the Ghetto Youth Foundation and all the work that is doing, because it's really important, we can say, reality for people. And you are working non-stop, we can say, with the Ghetto Youth Foundation. And I guess it's really important maybe in this time, because it's difficult times, and maybe for people that are living in difficult places, it's more difficult than before.
Yeah, much difficult. And, just to be able to do something in difficult times, that is great,
Yeah.
Sometimes, even in difficult times, sometimes the people that help cannot do nothing because they are in difficult times also. So just to know that we still can reap something of the harvest, to plant back into the soil of humanity,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's important. It's important to do something, and not all the people do something. So I guess it's really, really important. And even there is another album on December that is the Setup Shop, Volume 4. And I guess it's another example of how music can heal people, always, but especially in difficult times.
Yes, it is true. Music is a God-sent gift,
Yeah.
So we use it just like it is,
Yeah. And on the album there is your song Pages.
Pages, yes.
That I really, really enjoy. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I want to know something about the project and about the song, if you can tell me something.
Well, the whole project, as Ghetto Youth being a label, so obviously a lot of production, artists also, have different art, quite a few artists, and it's all about putting together what we represent. And then each song obviously represents each artist, which represents what Ghetto Youth means,
Yeah.
So it is is a power move. Pages now is like, living in the world. No one can see inside your heart. So, but you can see if you look carefully. So I say, look into the pages of my heart, So it's a deep song for me personally, going through a lot of stuff in life.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't understand, and they cannot see what you see, and they don't understand. So you have to say, well, just look into the pages of my heart if you want to know who I am.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. And it's not easy to look into the pages of other art, I guess. Sometimes it's difficult.
sometimes, but the soul speaks,
Yeah.
and it speaks from the heart. So you can always pick up in a split instance if something is positive or negative,
Yeah.
and that is how we check the pages,
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you working on now? I saw on maybe on your account that you are doing a little acoustic set.
Yes. We have something coming up in Florida. I think it's next weekend. Not this weekend coming here. Yeah.
Next week.
Oh yes, not this weekend, but the following weekend we will have quite a few shows acoustic with whalers. Well, not all whalers, just a few from each side, So we're keeping the protocol because it is COVID time. So we and then we are living, so we cannot. You have to move, but you have to move in organization, arrangement. Everything must be 100% good for everybody, or else we do not go,
Yeah.
So it is good but the music is needed because the people need, the message is needed, and that is when it comes in even more necessary in today's life,
Yeah, I'm really envious because here in Italy, every live show is forbidden. So I'm really, I don't know, I'm really suffering now because I really miss live shows. I want to see someone play live, but I can't. So I guess it's important to be live, even with all the restrictions.
Well, yes, and I guess only in Florida we can do that at the moment. Unless, it is something that is properly put together, a venue with the right amount of space for them, right amount of social distance,
Yeah.
But, yes, the sun rises every morning and the moon comes up at the night every time.
Yeah.
So we must continue just like the sun and the moon,
Yeah. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. And what are you working on except from the live shows? I don't know. This pandemic has been bizarre for every one of us. So something is changing, but it's important to listen to music, to create music. I guess music is really an important social message for everyone. So.
Yes. Well, we have been writing a lot of songs, doing a lot of, I would say I've been writing a lot of songs for my project personally, and I've been writing other songs for different projects, So the writing is continuing, and we have a lot of music to come very soon, So it has been, for me, this time has been spiritually uplifting and very conscious awareness of your own self. I don't have to look at anybody or anything. I just check what's inside.
Okay.
And get that to be correct,
Yeah, it's correct.
And, so it is a time of building, and it was a time of being in yourself for a little moment.
Yeah.
And then when you go in yourself, you find out, okay, this is what needs to be done. Same thing that we're doing, but it must be done this way now, not any different way. Just the same thing, but just, this way, So it has been an uplifting time, even though it has been very heavy and sorrowful. But, for me, it is spiritually. It is a spiritual battle that we face every day.
Yeah.
In this, So we must be strong, in Jah, in Jah way.
Yeah, I guess the spiritual battle is the more difficult to win, maybe. So we have to be strong.
That's what it's all about, really. It's all about a spiritual battle. Everything comes down to us, because what's not good always fights against the negative, the positive, and the positive is always the spirit inside, So it is always something challenging your inner joy, which is the spirit, Yes. So we be strong, we keep strong.